Hello, it's another month, another Monday, and another chance to learn from our mistakes. Hey all, it's February. I don't know how that happened, but January 2022 flew by. So here we are another month, and I want to make sure that I examine one teaching mistake of recent weeks and a mindful approach on how to respond. Throughout all the months and the years of me examining mistakes, blunders, trip-ups, failures from the classroom, there seems to be a common theme, especially during this time of the school year, during winter months, and that is, of course, motivation. I've examined student motivation plenty, especially in the last couple of years, dealing with our COVID pandemic worldwide. Well, we should also make sure that we examine teacher motivation. And this has come up, teacher motivation has come up previously, but we're definitely a reflection, we're a mirror, right? Things that are going on with students oftentimes happen with the teacher, and the things going on with us as educators are going to occur with students in our classes. What I mean by this is, of course, if teachers feel rushed, then students can feel rushed. If teachers are feeling frustrated, then students are going to pick up on that. And if teachers are feeling bored or lacking some motivation, then students are going to feel the same way. Now, I don't mean any disrespect by that. We're all in this rut worldwide of balancing our life events, and that includes education. School is just one part of that. We're all managing 2022 as best as we can, and that includes motivation. Sometimes it wanes. Motivation comes and goes. It ebbs and flows. And that can come across to students as well as parents and guardians, community members, and of course, society as a whole. Anyone in education currently knows this. There's a magnifying glass on our profession right now. What does school even mean? What's it all about? Are we doing the right thing for our students? And in the meantime, are we taking care of ourselves as educators? That's a lot to keep up with, but let's take it head on. We might ask our students to take on those difficult and challenging topics within our classes. So I'm going to do exactly that. And starting with myself, my recent teaching mistake, I suppose, for the last few weeks has been my own personal motivation. If you're like me, we can take it one day at a time, but every single day lately has been coming up, and I realize it's going to be a chore. There's going to be a lot of work to get through each school day, to motivate students in order to participate, to feel the best that they can feel, safe and participatory in the classes, to be engaged, to come up with lessons that make sense for our current living circumstances. All of that takes effort. Not only does it take effort, but it takes motivation to get ready for that amount of effort. Now, there's tons of angles we could take on this. Things like you can't pour from an empty cup, teacher self-care, examining what it is that we're asking of educators. Can we do better about lessening the load of a teacher, or a school? I'm going to take one angle and just notice that if my motivation is really lacking, I see that in my classes. It's very obvious what's going on if I'm not really ready to be here on any given day of the week. Not only am I aware and recognize that these emotions are taking place, but how do I really want to respond? What do I want to do to help my own motivation within my career? That leads to my mindful tip for this month, and that is to stay creative. Every single educator is going to need to find out what works for them. For me, it's staying creative with my students. How can I stay creative? How can I make things with the students? And I'm not just talking about project-based learning here. I'm not talking just about skills-based health ed lessons. And I'm certainly not talking about going above and beyond and wearing ourselves out or spreading ourselves too thin. But what really helps me and gets me going as motivation each and every morning is the fact that I get to make new experiences. And that's it, at least for me. If I can stay creative with the students and enjoy that experience, then I am definitely ready to come to school every single day because I know that there's going to be some novelty involved. It's new. And it's not just new for the students, but keeping it new for myself, that's the inspiration I need. Specifically, that might look like asking the students to come up with a question that I should have asked during a journal prompt. What reflection question should I have actually included? It might look like different art placed around the classroom, creating this space together. It also looks like an additional test on some of the team building activities that I like to incorporate into the health classroom. Hey, I want to try something else right here. Can we pause? I want you to be my guinea pigs as students. What I notice is then my day doesn't just become a checklist that I'm just kind of getting through things. And students can feel that. They're involved in the process, and it absolutely keeps me motivated. I highly recommend staying creative and seeing if that helps your motivation. It helped me this month, and I wanted to pass that along to all of you. And if it's not that, then what is it? What inspires you to stick with this profession? I would love to hear. What I'll make sure to do is include a resource on this very topic right here in the YouTube description that you can check out right after watching. All right, that's it for this month. I'll be back in March to examine a new teaching mistake and a mindful approach on how to respond. Until then, I hope everyone out there is happy and healthy, and if not, I hope you're on your way. Thanks as always for tuning in.